Have you ever thought of turning your simple 2D videos into 3D sculptures? No, I'm not kidding. This is real, and it's courtesy of our friends at Nvidia, who just dropped an AI bombshell that shocks the entire industry. Stick around as we delve into Nvidia's new brainchild, Neuralangelo. Trust me, you won't want to miss a thing. Let's first dive into what exactly this Neuralangelo is. Some of you might be thinking, is this another cryptic Da Vinci Code? No, it's not, but it's just as revolutionary. Nvidia's Neuralangelo is an innovative AI model that takes 2D video clips and transforms them into lifelike 3D structures. This AI tool can do everything from intricate details on a sculpture to a high-rise building's exterior. Nvidia Research's Neuralangelo has opened a new chapter in AI capabilities, reshaping how we perceive the blend of artificial intelligence, 3D modeling, and reality. You may be wondering, how on earth does that work? Well, Neuralangelo applies a smart, algorithmic approach to dissect and decipher 2D footage, translating textures, interpreting forms, and predicting depths. By doing so, it can generate highly detailed 3D objects or scenes, enhancing the viewer's immersive experience. Just imagine your favorite action sequence in a movie, say, a chase scene through the narrow alleys of a city. Now imagine this same sequence, but in an interactive 3D environment. That's precisely what Neuralangelo brings to the table. In the hands of game developers and virtual reality creators, it could potentially revolutionize how we interact with digital environments. Let's look at the nuts and bolts of how this works. Neuralangelo is like an artist who carefully studies a subject from multiple angles. This analysis allows it to comprehend depth, size, and shape. Once it's got the basics, the AI starts carving out the raw 3D shape, almost like how a sculptor begins chiseling a block of marble. As this initial form takes shape, the AI then refines it further, honing in on finer details, much like a sculptor sharpening the features of their creation. Neuralangelo takes a video clip, processes the data, and generates a high-quality 3D model with almost uncanny attention to detail. It doesn't stop at a generic representation, but works on creating a nearly perfect replica. This entire process is possible due to its highly optimized neural rendering model. The AI takes advantage of instant neural graphics primitives, the same technology used by Nvidia's Instant Nerf, to ensure even the tiniest and most intricate details are not lost in translation. You wouldn't think that fine details like roof shingles, smooth marble textures, or glass panes could be convincingly replicated from 2D to 3D, but Neuralangelo achieves it with startling precision. The name Neuralangelo isn't an arbitrary choice. It's a clever nod to the great Italian sculptor Michelangelo, known for creating incredibly detailed and lifelike masterpieces. Much like Michelangelo sculpted raw marble into breathtaking works of art, Neuralangelo takes 2D video footage and shapes it into impressively complex 3D structures. It's not just the method that's comparable, but also the result. Just like Michelangelo's sculptures were revered for their realism and attention to detail, the 3D models created by Neuralangelo are equally admired for their precision and lifelike qualities. Taking inspiration from the master sculptor, Neuralangelo uses AI algorithms to chip away the excess, smooth out rough edges, and add in the minute details to make the final 3D model as close to the real thing as possible. When this AI starts to work, it's almost like watching Michelangelo himself breathe life into a block of stone, turning the inanimate into something almost palpably alive. So this new development from Nvidia isn't just about technology. It's about combining the precision of AI with the creativity of human artistry to take us to places we've only dreamed about. One of the most astonishing aspects of Neuralangelo is its ability to pick up on minute details in the 2D footage and translate them into its 3D models. This AI tool has developed a keen eye for detail, much like a painter who notices every stroke of color or a musician who picks up on every subtle note. From the brickwork on a building to the delicate, intricate detailing on an antique clock, Neuralangelo recreates it all with exceptional precision. Imagine the difference between looking at a picture of a brick wall and touching an actual one. The image only gives you a flat representation, while the actual touch allows you to feel the texture, the slight irregularities in the surface, and the depth of the grout. Neuralangelo essentially does the same, but digitally. It captures these tiny details and refines them so that the final 3D model feels incredibly lifelike and tactile, even in a virtual environment. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. How does Neuralangelo stack up against other players on the field? Well, to put it simply, it's in a league of its own. Let's consider Lumilabs AI, for instance. Introduced last year, Lumilabs AI operates on the principle of creating 3D scenes from a series of images. However, where Lumilabs focuses on view synthesis, Neuralangelo sets itself apart by concentrating on surface reconstruction. This distinct approach makes Neuralangelo more efficient and effective, requiring fewer computational resources. Moreover, where Lumilabs AI shines in user-friendly operations, Neuralangelo steals the show with its superior output quality, making it a favorite for professionals who demand more detail and accuracy in their 3D models. Compared to other industry standards, Neuralangelo consistently outperforms in quality, speed, and overall performance. So what can we do with this revolutionary tool? The better question would be, what can't we do? For instance, Neuralangelo can create highly immersive and detailed environments in the gaming industry. Imagine exploring a game world where every leaf on a tree, every brick in a wall, and every ripple on a water surface is created with a level of detail that is nothing short of astonishing. It brings a whole new dimension to the concept of interactive gameplay. Meanwhile, in the robotics industry, robots equipped with Neuralangelo's 3D visual perception can navigate their environment more effectively, picking up on previously overlooked subtleties. From recognizing objects to understanding their spatial relationships, this increased depth of perception can dramatically improve a robot's efficiency and autonomy. Additionally, let's consider the concept of digital twins in the industrial sector. Neuralangelo can make these virtual replicas far more accurate and detailed, drastically improving performance forecasting and failure prediction. Industrial equipment, infrastructure, and even entire factories can be recreated digitally with unprecedented precision, which opens up new possibilities for remote management and predictive maintenance. Furthermore, we've all heard of deep fakes, right? The way they manipulate and alter videos to create incredibly realistic yet fake content. But here's the deal. Neuralangelo isn't just a step forward from deep fake technology, it's a giant leap. Neuralangelo's methodology is much more detailed and precise, taking the technology way beyond the scope of deep fakes. The technology used in deep fakes is mainly focused on altering the content within existing dimensions. On the other hand, Neuralangelo reshapes and reformats the existing dimensions, bringing an entire new level of depth and realism. And now, folks, it's time to hear from you. Consider this. If you were given the power of Neuralangelo, how would you apply it? Would you create the most detailed and immersive video game world ever seen? Or would you transform your smartphone videos into 3D masterpieces? The sky's the limit with Neuralangelo, and I'd love to hear your unique ideas on how you'd harness its power. And that's all for today. If you're excited about AI innovations and want to stay updated with the latest trends and insights, subscribe and turn on notifications. Remember, AI is not our enemy, but our ally, ushering us into a future of endless possibilities.